Hello, let's finish this. I had to beat Alan Wake. I'm back again. I beat Alan Wake. Or not Alan Wake, Control. So we beat Alan Wake. Figured let's do the Alan Wake experience. I was gonna play it. I was about to play it, so I figured let's do it together. For anyone that wants to watch. I tricked you. I tricked you. You got tricked. You thought I wouldn't be back. Right, do this. Let's do it. Get you guys on my screen. Game's so good, man. I'll be honest, like coming from Spider-Man, my reactions were killer. I remember I got stuck at the end of this and like hard quit. And then I came in here and beat it in like a second. So I don't really know what got me stuck. Maybe they patched it over time. Regardless. The fuck? What can I have you guys up to? It's one of these games. Okay. So I'll pull you up on my phone. Alright. So I just came down. I just saw a note over here. I saw a note over here that was like, I saw a note that was just essentially just talking about, it might be here. No, not yet. All it said was like they came here. That they were brought here to, where do I put this?
It's not working.
Like they came.
Lose power core.
I can't focus and do this. They came here. Oop. Damn it. There you go. They came here to Bright Falls because the FBI guy inspecting or following the FBI or following or looking into Alan Wake was the same name of the FBI agent written into his books. And that was weird. So that's why they've opened up this investigation. Okay, give us more people. Alright. Let's just saying give us more people. Run back. So that I probably need for now. It's not powering this up. So I don't think it is. Oops. Destroys ground. Cauldron Lake. Okay. It happened again. Third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our blank. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons be going after monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got Bureau Tech going to the site next week to have a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on blank lake, Cauldron Lake, if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again, share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this blank hits the fan again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't get any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Agent Estevez. Also, there was a report that all of these agents are missing. Yeah, they're like all missing. All of the agents involved with this case are not present. Ruh-roh. Alright. For the authorization of Mr. Kirkland, blank was launched into the blank of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in blank witness Director Trench, including aggressive blank when blank with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Director Trench and Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around Dimensional Research Wing and the blank kept inside. Subjects, I bet. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's blank has anything to do more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any and that his fitness his fitness to lead is not in question. Refer to the file for more of a report. Is there a hotline for this? There was a Alan Wake recording.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there.
This is what Alan Wake Remastered was hinting at. This is what I was hinting at. This DLC.
From a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss.
He's writing us.
It wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away.
Fuck you, Alan.
Made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark.
Stop writing me.
Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting.
Yeah, stop that, Alan.
She knew that desperate acts can have...
Stop writing me, Alan.
It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation sector. Faden pressed the button.
Yeah. So we did all this, like, all you get, if you, I don't know if you've played Control, you get is those little flashes. It'll be like, Faden, underwater, investigation sector, and then you have to watch them to get the full video. Warning. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. This is the guy that was, he kills himself at the beginning of the game. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They're better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't you think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice? You're a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures. Plotting against me, you are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be Zachariah Trench. Fucking nutball. I love this shit. Like, this was the best part about the game. It very rarely does a game make you actually read shit to get story. This was a game where it was like, oh, you should read this stuff. Dr. Roy Underhill is a professor. So this is who we're kind of looking out for. We're trying to find this person. Is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the UK, where she teaches bio with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed with the research sector, the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits. I was going to say dermatitis. And is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason for... Okay. Fragile my ass. That's it for here. What's the point of coming up here? Where am I going? I need to turn up the brightness just a tad. Okay, to whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation. Okay, so he leaves because of all this. Due to this rampant disregard for my department's reputation, I bet. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen deaf to my ears. I blame the situation on probably Trench, who's routinely ignored my requests for assistance and reclaiming parts of my investigation sector lost to the something inside. I will never forget the screams of Brage agents begging for us to open that fire break. Eesh. Yeah, like part investigation. Yeah. So people were dying, people were screaming, and they did nothing to help. Okay, miscommunication led to a coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Burrow, male Caucasian. Summary: 33-year-old man found dead on the property per police orders. Remains from the coroner's office also include urine, blood, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Okay. Yeah, so he got his shit. Knee was also dislocated. Complete avulsion to the right upper extremity. Jesus. Extensive trauma to the abdominal region. Okay. Oop. There. Oop. Maybe that Mr. Burrow's death is not a result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with an animal attack. Great. I gotta go through here. Have you ever seen this game, Lundo? Control? It's one that I wouldn't mind New Game Plusing either. This game's, like, it's incredible. It was a game of the year when it came out. We stopped at Keystone on our way to target AWE like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try to keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here, so already 2 agents are missing. Given their records, it is impossible they've switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone. I think Grumman Morales got caught up here, up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of Ordinary Case. Okay, there was another instance where that's where we're from. We're from Ordinary, but that was just the adults, if I remember the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on the various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in this shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon off the place and maybe get some comms guys. We're going to see that picture imminently, I think. Yeah, so this game is sick. You, like, fly... It's very, Lynch, David Lynch. You've got, like, this, spiritual being in your head. Okay, another internal investigations thing was launched in the Prime Candidate program. Blank by Bureau. Since all the known subjects to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources, documentation declassified Kirkland both paint an alarming clear picture of systemic abuse, and blank were brought into the oldest house. The oldest house is like a... it's like a astral building in which it's ever expanding. Think of it like a sheltered black hole. That's where we're in it right now. And this takes place in New York, but it's a small building, like a small, like, Washington style building, but you go in it and the building is just massive. This program has proceeded to no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic blank of a paranaturally inclined blank. Not only is this a breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human blank. These are, like, you'll get redacted things and you'll get non-redacted things that you have to piece, and you piece them together to start getting the insight. This investigation team unequivocally... I guess, condemns the Prime Candidate program and recommends that it be shut down immediately. Yeah. This is one, I think, after Alan Wake and Spider-Man, we'll replay this. That'll be a good thing to... there's where we put it. And so, you might see that thing down there. That's my little head buddy. Okay. So this is the tractor thing. Items not in containment procedure. So, items in this, they, like a telephone or a jukebox and things like that. They say, like, it's not people that do haunts, it's items that cause these paranormal events. So, what they're going to say is, like, it's not necessarily a tractor as much as, like, this tractor was, like, a possessed thing. A Frank Elk tractor is what they're trying to take over. If you remember, if you watched me play Alan Wake, you remember those tractors were flying at me? That's what's probably going on here. Olive green, dry blood on the grill when last seen. Items capable of vocalized responses. It growls. Yeah, like the boats and shit. and it's an unmanned locomotive, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, the owner of Bureau Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of that guy. Yep, police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau Communications. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It was responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried detaining the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier in the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Alright, so we gotta get our, gotta get that up here. Yeah, as you can see, it's really, like, the physics in this game are wild.
How that gate should open.
Alright, I think I found all the documents in here. Beep! More document. The purpose of the internal investigation, blah, 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 is to examine the containment failure of that tractor. Okay. And that resulted in the deaths of those agents. Okay. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier shows no fault. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes, the specimen from the internal network. On the blank of blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase of aggressive behavior, likely. Cross-referencing the date with various logs found from only 2 events and consistent with the sector's daily routine. 1, air filters were changed, and 2, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Wake entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given the connection to the same AWE case, it's likely that Mrs. Wake's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the blank. Investigation is ongoing. Yes. So this is like the FBI of paranormal and otherworldly events. So as all of Alan Wake's things happened, this entity was alerted and started investigating it. Here's my little homie. These are your save points. This game is also a Metroidvania, for just like it, which is wild. One of the worst maps in the history of video games, but
no detective, but something definitely happened here.
These are like little things you can do to get like mods and stuff like that, like depending on where you're at. And the board is like this otherworldly presence also that calls you through a red phone. Very, very Alan Wake. I mean, Twin Peaks. So they call you like this. In the future / expansion. So it like breaks the 4th wall. Very weird, huh? This is why I'm so excited for Alan Wake 2. You see like Alan Wake, and you're like, okay, good story, good game, and then you see what they did with Control, and this game's just insane. The paracriminal profile, the Blessed Organization. This group / individual has operated outside the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to altered item cases, as well as a death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the use of an illegal altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these business or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to the appearance of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. I'm betting this is with regards to Night Springs. That's my guess. If I had to fathom a guess. Here we go. This is cool. Watch this shit. We're about to go somewhere.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
Bro. Oh, hey.
Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
What's up, Retro? Yeah, see, Night Springs. But it was Night Springs with Dr. Darling in it.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now.
Hope you're good,
You'd be
Metro,
right.
or Retro.
I found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing.
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there.
Stitch.
I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
So doors let you see through different dimensions. This hotel. This fucking creepy ass hotel.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
And also, she's dressed like this because...
Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
He was a writer. But she's dressed like this because she became the director. Before that, she's dressed in like a very, very normal, like, leather jacket and jeans. Oh, these are the... This is the symbol we're looking for. The 2 circles with the dot. This place always crept me, like, really creeps me out. Hello? Okay. Night Springs? Nah. Now it's playing elsewhere. I wonder if the creepy lady from Alan Wake's gonna be in it. The light blew out.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness.
Oh, we gotta watch the whole thing.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise.
A hiss.
If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect.
The hiss are the enemy in this.
Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless. Weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change. Became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose. Killed everyone it could. Lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
That's not good. That's a bad thing. Looks like I I'm gonna have to fly over there, huh? I'm gonna have to move quick. Those things just eat you. Can I even make it? The janitor. He's been here.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
Skips that. And then you get little mods that you can use. Sounded like something was coming. Oh. That's happening.
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
What's happening? What's going on, mate? Normally this cleanses an area, but it didn't do shit. Here we go. He's mine now. He's also going to be mine.
Are already in here.
Whew. Yeah, that's some weird, wild shit. And then you'll eventually, like, fill up on mods, and you gotta, like, clear them out. Clear out the lower shit. Hartman arrest. Whoa. Emil Hartman. Victims' names. Alan Wake. The Tor brothers. Pretty much everyone that was there. He kidnapped all of the people there. Jeez. Charges, yeah. Kidnapping of altered individuals, sanctions against altered organizations, obstruction of Bureau investigations, breaching the Ash Act. Huh. Offenders' property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with ongoing AWE investigation. Offenders' personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders are assigned to each, except for Anderson brothers, due to their senility and Wake, possibly deceased. Let me in this bit. What'd I say? What'd I say? I said, let me in that bit. Any other files to collect? It's so fun just launching shit. Yep. Almost missed it. Foot gossip. Hello. My feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. What in the fuck? What? Who wrote that? Who wrote that shit? Save it. Are your feet gossiping? One second. All right. Sorry, my little nephew was calling me. You stop that. I think we're going up there.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Is that it? Okay. Where am I going? Okay, this way. This way. This way. This way.
This darkness is blocking the door. Now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Oh, the shadows. Damn it. Haha! It's Alan Wake! I just Alan Waked. Just Alan Waked so damn hard. That's pretty cool. I didn't know I was gonna do that. This place does not look fun. I don't think I can go in there yet. Dude, I need new glasses so badly. I'm getting headaches like every day as of late. I really want to Spider-Man web that shut. And now, I have to save it and get ready for dinner. But, I will be playing this sometime tomorrow. We have until Friday. This is pretty sick, huh? This is... I'm bummed that it took me this long to get into it. Yeah, we'll play this sometime between, I gotta play this. Sometime in between all of the other shit I'm trying to do this week. All of the other shit. We'll get it done. Absolutely. Thanks for hanging, Lundo.